everyone, it's Fantayzia. So today we are deleting my mods folder. So I want to take a more minimalist approach with The Sims 4. I recently was really inspired to do this, actually for a little bit. So we're gonna just do it. Here's my mods folder. Delete. I'm also gonna clean up my saves, but I have to do that in-game. So let's go ahead and open up the game. Okay, so we are loading up and that was so fast. My game already loads pretty fast to begin with, but I feel like that was 10 times faster. I also want to mention that currently The Sims does have a huge sale going on. You can see here you can get up to 50% off, and this is on many different packs, including expansion packs. It's the Plum Bob celebration, so that's super exciting. If you guys would like to use my code at checkout, you can feel free to do so. It's totally optional, but it does help support me and the channel. So if you do use my code at checkout, I just want to say thank you so much. My code is just Fantayzia, the same way that it's spelled here on the channel. Okay, so we are mod and CC free. I think what I want to do first is just go into a new game, and then we're gonna actually kind of go through some mods together, kind of like necessary mods. Oh my goodness, we have no creative sim background, no nothing. My default skin is gone. So I've been wanting to do this for a little bit, as mentioned, because can we randomize a few times and just like end up with, oh, she's cute. Okay. I've been really wanting to enjoy the game for what it is, and I've seen a lot of people do this. I am addicted to custom content, and it's so easy to get addicted. I don't want to live without it, and I don't want to have no mods either. So I'm gonna get some things that I really enjoy. But as much as mods add to the experience, I've also come to notice, which I thought I was alone on this until I saw some other people mention it in videos, and they were kind of feeling exactly the way I was feeling, and I was like, okay, I'm not alone in this feeling. Sometimes when you have mods and custom content, you kind of just like don't explore what's there, and you're just kind of using your mods and using your custom content. Like a lot of times I will just scroll down right to my CC, and I won't even use anything from new packs. And like I did start to notice that a lot. Like I've done that for a long time, and then as we've gotten more and more packs, I'm just like, I really should be getting use out of this stuff, especially because I have all the packs. Of course, if you don't own all of them, custom content is the way to go. But like there's a lot of really nice pieces that have come out, and I'm just overlooking them. And that's why like initially I had just deleted my build CC, because I was kind of doing the same thing with that too, I had noticed. And there's just so much amazing build items. And then as for mods, I feel like sometimes I will get so into mods where that's kind of like the only features I'm using, and I'm not using the actual core features in the game. That's why I really wanted to do this, and I feel like it will kind of just like bring back that joy for The Sims where you can just sit and play for hours. But like, of course, with the necessary mods, because I definitely need certain mods. I mean, we're absolutely gonna go get MC Command Center for sure. I'm just making a random sim that's not even really in my style as I kind of chit chat with you guys. I'm not even gonna really complete her. I just wanna, I don't know. It just felt kind of good to do this, but I definitely need my default skin, that's for sure. So I hope this will inspire some of you guys to do this. Honestly, if you've been thinking about it, I think I'm gonna give her some smile lines, maybe a little beauty mark there. And I really need certain skin details because I've kind of like grown to have a Sims style with these certain skin details. And so I kind of get thrown off now. Like I'm just like, oh, this is not looking how like I make my Sims now. And like all these hairs with all of these packs. I mean, if they're gonna milk content in The Sims 4, I may as well get use out of all of these hairs. Especially because they are getting a lot better. Like this is so cute, but when did I ever use this? Literally never. And this comes with Eco Lifestyle, so this came out quite some time ago. Okay, I just want to like, you know, throw a quick outfit on her, you know, adjust things a little bit, and then we're gonna go clean up my library. So we're kind of doing like a game cleanup together today. So let's go to full body. Oh my goodness, I haven't even looked at this stuff yet. See what I mean? And I was really excited for these kits. I actually didn't like go over them in a video. Look how cute that is. Wait, like I kind of want to put her in this. She looks adorable. I actually do like it in the tan color, but also the yellow. Okay, let's do the yellow yellow. And another thing I've been wanting to do is make a new G-shade preset and kind of have it be like a minimalist one. Don't get me wrong, I love my G-shade preset. It's always up for download. If you guys go to my website, fantayzia.ca, you'll see it there. My current preset is the Ember preset, but I have like a few up on my website and I absolutely love it. But if I want to do this whole minimalist thing, I'm just like, okay, should I try to make another preset? And you know, if I'm not vibing with it, I'll just go back to this one because this is my favorite preset I've ever made. And like when I turn it off, you see that difference? It's like actually insane. And in gameplay, it makes even more of a difference. I was kind of feeling some high socks or something like that, but I don't know. Maybe something like this though. See, little things like this, I do feel like maybe I would get some custom content for, just to have like a couple more high sock options, but like nothing crazy. And like for shoes, maybe just having like a couple staple pieces, but nothing crazy. Just so I'm still using the things that come with the game. Like these new shoes are so freaking cute. I literally cannot. See, that's really adorable. The only thing is I really want to throw like some sort of sweater or something on her. I don't know, like a cute, just like crop thing. I don't know. But that's okay. We'll just keep her like this. She's cute. She's cute. And her name is going to be Katarina Edmonds. Okay. We'll keep that. I think she's kind of looking for love. So we're going to do soulmate. And then we will do love bug because that's cute. We'll do loves the outdoors. And then I feel like she would be a cat lover. So we're going to do that. I'm not going to do anything else. I just want to go ahead and save her. I might, you know, continue creating her later. Okay, cute. And now let's go through my library and clean up some stuff. I was gonna just entirely delete my tray folder, but there is certain things that I want to keep in here. But like I have just put so many random things in here. Like these builds are incredible, but the thing is I'll download it specifically like to place it down somewhere specific and never need it again. So I need to start getting rid of these things. But if you guys like any of the builds you're seeing, of course the creators are right here. I just don't have use for them. And you know, when I want to place things down, typically I'll end up just going on the gallery and completely forgetting that I have all this stuff in here. So let's clean it up. Oh, definitely have to keep this photo cube. This is Jen's photo cube, X Urban Sims X, the best photo cube ever. Okay, we're making some progress. I have like 101 high schools downloaded back from when high school years came out, and it's giving me all the memories.
Be honest, tell me what's on your mind. Oh baby, when I lay my eyes on you from afar, I could swear I thought you fell from.
So I've deleted a whole bunch of Sims that just don't have any CC. I'm also not too worried about it because, you know, some of the Sims, like there's some Sims in here that I actually have saves with and I play with them, but they're all going to be getting makeovers. I do want to wait to do that until I get like my limited little CC collection. Honestly, I started doing this and I was like, oh, I'm not going to do all of it. And then I can't stop. And once I start cleaning up something in my game, I have to just finish. And I really do hope I inspire some of you guys to do the same thing because yeah, like I was watching some videos and you know, even with Sims videos, I love so many different Simmers, but I feel like I can definitely slack nowadays on watching Sims videos as well. And I'll just like, you know, watch other random things, vlogs and stuff like that. Whereas before I used to watch so many Sims videos like every single night. And then yeah, like over time I would just be like, I don't want to watch any Sims videos. But watching some where they're doing what I'm doing right now and then just like playing in their game with very minimal mods, sometimes no CC or just like a few things that are like must-haves for them or like defaults, I was really enjoying the gameplay. There's like a certain aesthetic with it when, you know, if I'm watching someone who has all the packs and they've like decorated their whole home with, you know, especially all the kits and stuff, the clutter kits and all that, it kind of ends up looking like the house does have some CC in it and it just looks very like aesthetic and nice. And then if they're using like a reshade preset and then they just have their few mods that make things a little easier like MC Command Center and then UI cheats and stuff like that, and maybe like some huge gameplay mods that are just like entirely game changing, like I know that I'm gonna need the childbirth mod, absolutely. This is also giving me some memories of some homes that I've built, so that's been fun. And then this making me want to build. I remember building this and like literally pouring my heart into this. This was so much fun to build. If I miss a couple things, that's totally okay, but it just feels so much cleaner already. Like, I really could have just deleted my entire tray folder, or I think there's a way to go through it too. I don't even know, but this was kind of satisfying if anything. These are some horses I made forever ago apparently. I don't even remember doing that. But yeah, any Sims I've kept are Sims that I've created that don't have any CC on them. This was such a fun apartment to build. This was like my first apartment that I built with the Ferret pack. But anyways, let's go ahead and shut down my game and we're gonna grab some essential mods together. Okay, you already know, first things first is MC Command Center. This is a must-have for me. I also always download the MC Woohoo. Okay, so we have our brand new mods folder completely empty. So what I like to do is make folders for everything. Okay, so here is my MCC folder, or MCCC. Next, we're gonna grab the childbirth mod by Pandasama. Next, we absolutely need UI cheats extension. If you guys don't have this, you need it in your life. If your sim is like too hungry and you're panicking because they can't get food right then and there, you can just cheat it up even just a little bit. You can also just right click things and change a whole bunch of things with one click of a button. It's so convenient to have. Something else I absolutely need in my game is the more columns. This just adds more columns to your game. It's so nice. I cannot stand the 2 columns. I just can't. Even with no CC, there's too many packs now. So I usually stick with the 4. I just like that best. I have done 5 as well though, but we're gonna do 4. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start making these new folders to put that stuff in. Okay, perfect. So here is what my mods folder is looking like now. Now we're gonna actually first grab some defaults. I do have a few more mods that I want to get, but we're gonna come back to that. Okay, so I am gonna stick to the default eyes that I always used. I was looking around for some new ones. I was gonna switch them up, but I just keep coming back to these. I love them so much. So if you guys want some good default eyes, I definitely recommend these ones. I'll go ahead and link it down below. Here's the creator right here. Amazing creator. So here's the default skin that I use. I'm also gonna keep this one just because it's amazing. It's my go-to. It looks so good. Look at it. It's just, it's so nice and soft looking. I just love the effect that it gives. But you can, of course, still have wrinkles and everything. They show up. So yeah, I just feel like this is the perfect skin all around. Another absolute must for me is the EA eyelashes remover because I am going to be getting custom eyelashes, but I'm just going to keep it limited. This is going to get rid of those block lashes that are on a bunch of the eyes. So for eyelashes, I actually love the Miko eyelashes. They are so freaking pretty. So these are the ones that I'm going to be downloading. I want eyelashes that are updated for like the new eyelash category that we have in Create a Sim. So these ones are. So I'm just going to go ahead and download all of these. So another must-have for me is just a few things for the infants. And these are by Jelly Paws. So I always need these natural lashes, so I'm going to grab these. And there is also thick infant lashes. I'm going to grab those as well. Another one I really like is this baby face overlay. I'm going to grab this just because I really do feel like lashes and, you know, face overlays, face details are kind of what really bring your Sims to life and give you your Sim style. I don't really feel like you need custom content, clothes, and hair, but for my Sims to really have the style I like, I just need little things like this. So let's go ahead and grab this. Another absolute must for me is the Stand Still in Create a Sim mod. I don't know how I used to ever deal with not having it. Okay, so we have the Stand Still in Create a Sim here, and then I also put in the teleporter. This is just, you know, the teleporter thing where you can teleport your Sim anywhere and take a photo. You know, you can pose them and all that, which I will be putting my poses in here. That's gonna have to be something that stays, as well as Pose Player, just because, you know, I need to be able to pose my Sims for thumbnails and all of that. So now onto a mod that I just find very convenient. We have this one here. This is by Little Miss Sam. This is the Change into Everyday When Inside mod. And then I've also put in my Create a Sim poses. So I honestly feel like things like poses are going to be the only folders that have like a bunch of things in it. And other than that, I feel like everything is very empty. Okay, before we grab a Create a Sim background, I actually want to get a loading screen. That's just another thing that adds to the whole vibe of my game. So what I want to do this time is actually get one that kind of feels nostalgic. And I don't know why this one by Simatically makes me feel Sims 2 vibes, but it does. And I don't even know why, because it's literally just Sims 4 cars. But something about it just is the exact vibe that I'm wanting my game to feel like right now. I might change this out, but this is definitely the vibe vibe I'm thinking of when I'm just like picturing a very minimalistic game. And we're gonna go for the all random one, so it'll just change out like this. So as far as create some backgrounds, I was going back and forth for a little bit and then I came across this creator. This is That One Green Leaf. I am literally obsessed. I definitely want one of the more like minimalist ones or just like cozy and simple, which I'm immediately drawn to this indoor garden one. So that might be the one that I download. But I also love this beachy days one. How cute is that? I might basically switch between these two. But this one here is just giving me the aesthetic that I'm looking for in my game right now. And I feel like it just goes perfectly if I am not using any CC when it comes to like hair and clothes. I don't know why. Okay, so now that I have my loading screen and my create a sim background, I'm just gonna throw in the XML injector into my game, you know, just in case any mods I use need this. So I decided to throw in base mental mod just for storytelling purposes. You know, Sims can pick up like a bad habit and stuff at certain points. I feel like this doesn't take away from using features in the game at all. And last but not least, the only other thing that I'm personally going to download is a couple retextures. So the food in the game doesn't always look the greatest. So I feel like with retextures, you're kind of just enhancing what's already in the game. So I'm going to grab these dinner food retextures. It just looks so much better, you guys. I'm also going to go ahead and get the breakfast food. It's the same food, but they've just retextured them and it looks so good. Look at how much better that looks. The avocado toast, the omelet, and then same for the pizza. Personally, I think the pizza in The Sims 4 is absolutely atrocious. This one is a lot more cutesy, and honestly, I feel like this one matches the graphic style a lot more. So Apricot Rush has also retextured the lunch foods, as well as quick meals. There's retextures on the kitchenware. And then there's just the food retexture pack 1. So I'm going to grab all of these. So I wasn't going to download any makeup, but I did mention the Sims makeup is not always the greatest. So I am going to need a couple things from Cryptic Sim. I do want to let you guys know, Cryptic Sim has uploaded their complete collection. And the way I am so tempted to download this, but I was like, no, we're having minimal CC. I gotta stick to it. Because this just seems so easy and then you get everything and oh my goodness, it's all so good. But I am just gonna download a couple necessities. So first we're gonna download this Sunkissed blush because I feel like it's the perfect natural blush that goes really well with my default skin. So anytime Cryptic Sims comes out with any of the Ariana Grande makeup, I always need it. So this is the REM Beauty Chapter 2 Good Night and Go Need. And then these are some of my favorite eyeliners. So we're gonna grab the Celine eyeliner set. And then we're gonna get the other REM collection, but this is the Chapter 1. So I think that's gonna be it for the makeup. I was gonna download more and there is like another Ariana Grande collection, but I think I'm just gonna keep it very, very simple. I've grabbed a couple collections. I feel like that's all I need. So another thing that really adds life and character to my Sims is the face details by this creator right here. And I'm just gonna grab them for the skin detail section. Last but not least, we need eyebrows. Just because I only like a few that are in the game. There is a couple that I enjoy, and I think they're ones that got added in later on. So I really like the ones by Praline Sims, but we're only gonna get the Maxis Match collection. Okay, so here is everything in my mods folder now. It may seem like there's a lot of folders because I just like to separate everything. Like I could have totally put the baby face overlay in the skin details. But just so I know exactly where it is in case I decide I don't want it, I'm just going to keep it here. But the only actual mods that I have is the base mental mod. I guess Create a Sim poses would be considered mods. The childbirth mod, we have MCC, we have more columns, the teleporter, standstill and Create a Sim, UI cheats, and then the XML injector, which, you know, just in case any mods do need that. I don't know if the childbirth mod needs that, but anyways, this is so much better. And we don't even have a hair or clothes folder at the moment, which I probably will add those in and just have a few things. You know, certain pieces that I feel like The Sims doesn't have, like a certain pair of high socks or a certain pair of shoes, you know, things like that I just feel like are necessities. But right now, I just want to go in and enjoy the items for what they are and kind of try to get use out of clothing and hair that I have never touched. And a lot of these folders that are like CC related, like the makeup, there's only 28 pieces in here, which for me is so satisfying because usually there's like hundreds. I honestly feel like my biggest folder is the food retextures, which is wild to me because this is literally just retextures for the food. Even my skin details, it's just that one piece. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into my game. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at the loading screen. Okay, we only saw it for a second there because it was just loading into this screen, but I do really like that. Okay, let's go ahead and go into a new game. Oh, another thing I want to do to clean out my game is actually go through my saves. There are so many that they just take forever to load up. I also have a lot of random ones that have just kind of been like one-off videos that I do not need a save file for. What I think I really want to do is actually go ahead and click on all my save files, which I'm going to do this off camera, like after this video. But if you guys ever want like a super easy way to clean out your saves, if you click on a save that you want to keep and hover over it, it'll tell you exactly what it is. You can even click on this and it'll directly open up your saves folder. So you know to keep that one, for example. You could move it over onto your desktop temporarily and then just do that for all the saves that you want to keep and then delete the other ones and then put your saves that you want to keep back in. So that's what I want to do because guys, look at this. And let me just say, I've had more. I have went ahead and deleted things before, but there's just so much. And I want to clean out my custom save files that I've downloaded. I have downloaded like 101 save files from different people. I used to do so many different save file videos to the point where I can't even find any more that I like. I've just reviewed so many. For keeping my game clean and just, you know, minimal things in my game, I do want to pick like 1 or 2 save files that I love, which one of them will definitely be the Analia one. This is not the original version of it. I've played in this, so I'm going to delete this one. But yeah, this one is so good. I would even just have hers in here for now. This is going to stay because it is my current household, except this is not my current household. I had to load into her boyfriend's household for a second. And then I saved from there. So this is not actually them, but I need to go into my actual current household and then just save again. So it'll be the correct picture because that drives me nuts. Another problem I come across with saves is, for example, this one here. It will not delete. It's going to try and then it just doesn't. And that does happen to me for a lot of them. And you could see, like, look at how high this number is. So that's another reason I like to just go in and figure out what saves are the ones that I want to keep, make sure I keep those, and then just delete all the other ones in my folder. So that is pretty much what I'm going to end up doing. And for right now, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, we're in a brand new game. And this is my Kratos background. Oh my God, I think I'm in love with it. It's actually perfect. And you know what? I might just keep my preset. I don't know. I love it. So that might be something I keep. If anything, maybe I'll just like tone it down a little bit. But let's go ahead and grab our sim here that we made earlier. And this is what she is looking like now. She looks a little bit different just because we have the default skin in, but she still just looks like, you know, she doesn't really have any CC on. But also, let's take these off and we're going to go ahead and put, which ones do I want to put on her? These are all really pretty. Let's go for those. And then just to kind of give you guys an idea of how much makeup I really have, these are the only eyeshadows that I have, which I might put something subtle on her like this. And then I just have a few eyeliners here, but it's also kind of the perfect just few options that you need. I may have to grab one more set just so I have a couple other basics. But for right now, we are definitely going to put this one on her. And then for the blush, I think we're actually going to use this one, surprisingly. I didn't think I was going to go for this one, but I think that I will, and we're going to tone this down. So yeah, I only have 2 blushes. I might get 4. I like the idea of just having like 1 row of blushes since I have the more columns. And then for lips, this is all that I have. Again, like I may get a couple more, but I just want to keep it very simplistic, I guess. Okay, so that's actually cute. I really like her makeup look. Now I'm kind of debating if I want to take these off and actually just do some leggings. Like these come with the kit and it goes perfectly. So I might do those instead. We could do the white. We could do this one. I do kind of like this actually. We could also change her outfit entirely because now I'm feeling like she would wear something like this. Like this is so cute and it's literally exactly like CC, which of course this is by a CC creator, but I just think it looks so good and makes me feel like I don't even need anything. You know what I mean? So because of her makeup, I do think this looks really good. And then this kit comes with the cutest bottoms ever. Like literally adorable. Like how cute is that? It is everything. And then these with the little hearts on the back are so cute. I may have to go with those and then take these off. But also this is really cute too. Like that together is the cutest thing ever. We could just entirely take these off, or now I feel like maybe some high socks would be cuter. I actually really like these and I don't think I've ever used them, and I'm just like, wait, why have I never noticed these? These are the cutest. This shade kind of goes perfectly. I do like that. I think it's really cute. There is a few things I would totally use in here, like even this. But I think I'm going to go for this just specifically because I've never used it before. And then we're going to stick with these same shoes, but I'm just going to change the color. I think the brown ones are really, really cute, actually. Yeah, I'm going to go for the brown ones. Okay, let's put some jewelry on her. So the kit does also come with some jewelry. You can't really see it with her hair, but it's so cute. I'm going to put it on anyways. I feel like that is just adorable with her outfit. I mean, you can definitely see it actually, yeah, just when she turns to the side. And then there is also some necklaces. I think we're definitely gonna go for that one. How cute is that? Okay, super adorable. For hair, I think I'm still gonna keep it the same. I do think it's very cutesy with this outfit, like the ponytail with the braids. I don't know. It's just giving girly cute. She also looks like a Katarina Edmonds to me, so that name is kind of very fitting. I'm not gonna do her other outfits for this video. I don't even know if I'll end up playing with this sim. I just, you know, wanted to see what I could do with the CC that I have. Another thing I actually really quickly want to do is put some of these skin details on that I just love to death. Like, look at that. Look at the lips. That just, it does so much. And you can layer them so easily. So then you can go ahead and just go to the second row and you can kind of add some more definition around the lips or the Cupid's bow, which I'm going to do that. Like, I feel like this is all you need. Like truly, I don't feel like you need a whole bunch of skin details. You just need one that gives you like a whole bunch of options for each part of the face. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do like any eye bags or anything like that. What does this one do? I don't even know. That does a little something to the eyes there. You see that? And I kind of like it. So I think I'm gonna keep that. So this adds eye bags. Usually I add these, but for her, I don't think I'm going to. I might do a little bit of dimples though. I kind of like that. And then there's even like forehead wrinkles and stuff. There's some highlighter, which I think is really cool. I think we will do that, but just the more subtle one. And then this one just adds some pigmentation on the face, which I'm not going to do that for her specifically, but literally perfect. It makes such a difference. Like, she has such minimal CC, but she looks CC-ified. So I feel like less is more sometimes, you know? Sometimes I would just get so overwhelmed in Create a Sim and I'm like in here for hours and hours and hours messing with things. And then by the time I'm done, I don't want to play. So then I just close the game. I feel like that is like first world problems for a lot of us. Okay, so because I don't have any mods that are adding like personality and stuff like that, I definitely want to go in and do likes and dislikes. So for activities, I think she would love baking. Absolutely, 100%. I could also see her be into photography. So we're going to do that. And pottery, I can see that for her. Okay, so we're going to have those be her activities that she enjoys. And then for color, I would love to be able to have her favorite color be rose gold, because I just feel like she's a rose gold kind of girly. Like, I actually feel like I might put some rings on her that are kind of rose goldish, but let's just do pink. And for conversation topics, I think definitely affection. I think she likes some flirtation for sure. We'll do discussing interests, and then we'll do physical intimacy. It makes sense for her because she is a love bug. So decor, right away, cute decor, absolutely, times 100. I don't even feel like we really need to do anything else. I feel like she just loves everything cutesy. And then for fashion, I feel like what I would put for her is not here. Like, you could say she's preppy. I guess that makes sense out of all of these, but I almost would want something else. But you know what? That's going to be totally fine. And then for sim characteristics, we'll do funny sims. We'll also do nature enthusiasts and then pet enthusiasts and maybe romance enthusiasts. Yeah. Okay. And then for music genre, I think she likes cottagecore music, but I can also see her liking a backyard, easy listening, and also pop. Or no, S-pop too. Okay, yeah. Definitely music girly. Okay, we of course don't need to pick a cause of death or anything like that. Now, I think she would have a sweet voice. Yeah, definitely. I wish they would give us some more voices for sure. I'm almost tempted to, for the first time in forever, give my sim a walk. Do I do it? I can always go in and put it back to just the default. But I'm like, I haven't used this feature in so long. And I used to always give my Sims walks. That was like a thing. I feel like, does anyone still use this? I think they need to add some more, but I would either do the feminine. Well, I would either do normal, of course. I would never do the perky. I would never do snooty. Swagger, I would for like my cool guys in the game. And then yeah, I would do feminine for like a lot of the females. The tough walk I would also do for the bad boys or like the athletic boys or something. I would never do goofy, never do this one either. Sometimes I would do bouncy for certain sims, and then I would never do creepy. But anyways, we're gonna do the feminine walk just for kind of like a throwback. And then as for the details here, I want to go in with this too. Let's go to, I'm gonna keep everything the same here, and then let's go to sexual orientation. So I think she is attracted to men and women. And yeah, I think we can say she's exploring romantically, and then she's interested in woohoo with both as well. So for her romantic boundaries, should we make this interesting since we don't have any mods to kind of spice things up like this? So I don't know what kind of relationship direction I would go in with her, but I almost want to do no for this one. This sim feels jealous if any romantic partner engages in woohoo with other sims. No, which is kind of gonna open the door for a dynamic where she's in a relationship with a sim who can woohoo with other sims. So, you know, an open relationship, but maybe there's some rules there. So this sim feels jealous if any romantic partner engages in non-physical romance with other sims. Ooh, I don't know. Do I just do no for both of these? And then it's kind of just like, she's into open relationships. We're gonna do that. Just kind of taking advantage of in-game features instead of, you know, going to mods. So as I said, I will do her other outfits just off camera if I decide to play with her. I don't even know, but I do want to jump into a game with her. And I guess from here, we can kind of figure out if I want to play with her again or if I'm going to do future videos with her or what the case may be. Okay, so we're in spring right now in real life, so I'm going to do spring. I feel like it's perfect. And then as for where she would live, this is hard because immediately I'm like Tartosa. That's just what I envision for her. I could also see Ciudad Enamorada, but I don't know. I feel like I've been here too much lately because it is one of the more recent expansion packs. Yeah, I feel like out of all the worlds, Tartosa just fits her perfectly. And I don't use the wedding pack very much because of how glitchy and broken it is. But if I can get used out of one thing, it'll be the world. The world works completely fine for me. So we're gonna move her in here. Typically, I would use a custom save file as I was talking about. So I probably will do that. I just want to like clean up my whole saves folder, get that all situated, and then download like 1 or 2 save files. And I'll probably put her in one of those. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and move her here by the water. I think she would love that. Or I think she would also love this because okay, I've changed my mind. She absolutely would love this with the view of the waterfall. Okay, so there is way less pop-ups. First of all, which is really nice and refreshing. Nothing has to like load in, and she looks adorable with just like the defaults, a couple different makeup options, you know. I'm still gonna feel it out if I do want to mess with my G-shade preset. I think the only thing that is bothering me when it comes to like just keeping things minimal and simple and like enhancing what's there but not totally changing it is the fact that if you guys see this, the font, okay? I know that may seem so silly, but see how it's clearer? And then when I turn my preset on, of course you can see it, but basically anyone who uses a lot of shading, you'll probably notice this, and your own game might look like this if you use Reshade or G-Shade. It has a lot of shading in it, so it makes this part look great. But then things like this, you know, there might be some transparency, and like the font won't be as crisp as it is, but everything else is more crisp. So I might try to make a preset that suits my like crisp graphics while keeping like the font in the game and the UI and everything looking crisp how it does with it off. That's what I might go ahead and do. You know, I have so many things turned on, but yeah, if you guys are wondering, my current preset is my Ember preset that you can find on my website, fantayzia.ca. And then yeah, I might just go ahead and like adjust things. Like you can see even when I turn off the clarity, it does help with here, but then it takes away some of that crisp shadowing that I just love. Like look at the trees, like you see that? It's like I need that on. But I'm feeling like if I make a new preset from scratch, I might be able to find like the perfect in between. There's also MXAO, which is the best thing ever, but again, it makes the UI transparent, and that's really not a big deal. But like with the vibe that I'm trying to do with my game right now, I'm just like, okay, do I want these things off? What do I want to do? So I'm just trying to like decide here. And I like to make my own. I don't think I'm going to download anyone else's. As far as like the saturation and stuff like that, I love all that. So, you know, like one of my favorite things about this preset is the color saturation in it. The colorfulness I actually don't have up that much, but you can see it does make a difference. If you look at the couch right here, you can see that changes. But yeah, I'm not going to mess with this right now. I'm really happy with my game right now, to be honest. I am excited to make some Sims with hairs that I haven't used yet that honestly look really good. Like this hair does look really good. And so does this outfit. Like this looks like it's CC. And then just having like a few default things like her default skin being on and my default eyes, like it makes such a difference. So we have the welcome wagon coming in here. I don't know why it doesn't say welcome wagon. It's probably taken some time. But see, now I can focus on the attraction system that's already in the game. And usually I just like ignore it, and she's acquired the romance skills. So I feel like, yeah, this is definitely gonna make me appreciate what's here. But anyways, she is gonna get to know some Sims here. I definitely want to like redecorate her whole house if I do plan to play with her. But I do really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you've been struggling lately with your game, feeling uninspired, honestly, try deleting your entire mods folder. Just don't even think about it. Just delete it. And then just download either nothing, honestly, if you feel like you can do that. But if you're like me and you feel like you need specific things, but you want to keep it really minimal, just go ahead and download little bits and pieces of things that you feel like you need. And then just go and try to play with some features that are in the game, features you haven't touched. There's so many packs. So if you do have them all, that's when I feel like you can do this. Because if you don't own many packs, I would definitely be playing with like every single mod, like if I just had base game. So it really depends, but I feel like if you're someone who owns either all the packs or a majority of them, I feel like it could actually be really fun. And I just have so many features that I could explore that I've never dove into. She is so cute. I actually love her. If you guys want to see other videos with her, let me know. I definitely want to go into her other outfits. But with that, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.